have no opening for this show yet, so I don't know. I thought that would be good. Oh yeah, I still have that thing there. We were trying to figure stuff out. All right, good cold opening. What's up, everybody? It is the Biggles and the Spork anime show with other guests hopefully stopping by. We don't have a plan for this one. We just said screw it because I said screw it because we've been talking about it for so long. Let's just throw it together and talk about what we like about anime, why we think anime got popular here in America and Western culture, and anime hotties. Maybe we'll talk about anime hotties. I don't know.
Sure.
With me right now is Biggles. Biggles _Met if you want to find him. But Biggles.
Well, no, actually, my YouTube doesn't have the underscore. The one that I use for like on other people's channel have my premium, and it has like the 500 channels that I follow or whatever or subscribe to. But my actual content one doesn't have the underscore.
Oh,
but yeah, and that one's blowing up because anime games, man. Anime games are I'm doing videos on anime games, and I've gotten 53 subscribers in the last month. So
nice, man.
And like 30,000 views. So
whoa,
I'm working on it. You know, I gotta do better, but yeah.
Well, we always have to do better. God dang, I wish I had that. Dude, you got to do better, Senator. That would have been perfect.
Do better, Biggles.
Do better, Biggles. Yeah, Biggles has a great shirt. Biggles does have a great shirt. It's a sport.
I thought
shirt.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has both. Okay, so I don't need both of these open then.
No.
But I'll have both of them open so you get the views.
I could always use views. We got like 17 people watching so far, and thank you. Let us.
And I'm 17 of them.
Chat. I probably am the other. Yeah, we're gonna discuss. My daughter broke my mic stand, so I'm like holding it up with rubber bands. So if it sounds bad, I'm sorry.
Dude, you know what I did? So when my microphone stand broke, I took my trading card booster boxes. Right. So this is a trading card game of an anime called Digimon. Digimon is amazing, right? And the card game is even better than the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. So what I did was I took my booster boxes and I put them all together to where I made a stand for my mic out of booster boxes. Because, I got to figure out how to do stuff. So I made
You got it done. That's what you mean, man.
Yeah.
Done.
I got it done.
So we're going to start out. How did you get into anime? And
how did I get in?
Before you tell us that, guys, please like, share, comment, do all that good stuff, and subscribe to both channels if you're new here. Please, go right ahead. How did I
get into anime? So one day, I'm coming home from school. I'm about, Toonami, I think, came out in 1998 or 1997, I think, was Toonami came out. And there was this anime called Sailor Moon. Now, we just called it like Japanimation back then because it was animation from Japan.
Right.
And we didn't call it anime yet. And apparently the word anime just means like animation. So they use that. So there was a show called Sailor Moon. And, as a I think 8-year-old boy at the time, seeing the silhouette of a naked girl as she changes, I was like, this is amazing. Yeah. So I just I watched Sailor Moon.
Isn't that like a legendary school outfit, right? Like that is like the anime like schoolgirl outfit. Like that is like the original. Yeah.
And on top of that, I just got thrown out of Catholic school because
you were 8?
Yeah. Well, I bit my teacher. So that's why I had to do 2 years of kindergarten. They said I wasn't ready for the next one. And they threw me out of Catholic school because I got in a fight after soccer practice because I didn't really like soccer at the time. So I played goalie and they scored on me. So I went and beat up the kid. Yeah. And then I bit my teacher the next day and I was thrown out of Catholic school. So I had to go to
Isn't it
public
all
school.
about forgiveness, dude? Like, is
Yeah,
there
but like they're like, no, we can't have your kid beating up other kids in Catholic school.
okay?
So yeah, Studio Ghibli's got a bunch of great movies. Their
Their
animation's
their
amazing.
animation is very stylistic. Like
Yeah,
it's theirs, right?
like AI, like if you try to use AI, it actually has like set for Studio Ghibli. So
Oh,
like
really?
you can use like Studio Ghibli styles when you're playing with the AI art. So I've been
Okay.
playing around with that. But some of them have like 12 fingers though, so it's really weird. But so I was like, ooh, who are these girls? And I fell in love with Sailor Venus, and it turns out that Sailor Venus's voice actor, the later Sailor Venus voice actor, because she changes voices, is
Hmm.
actually the girl I usually choose in Persona 5 who to date, right? So I was like,
Okay.
oh, it's that voice. I even watched The Sacred Blacksmith, which I don't think is a very good anime because she's the voice
I
actor of
tried. I tried. Is
it's
that the one where the girl is like in the
the
watch?
guard, the
Yeah, the
watch guard.
guard.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guards, yeah. And it's not that good. But yeah, it was watching Toonami, coming home from Toonami, turning on Cartoon Network because I was like, let's watch some cartoons. And then as soon as I turned on the TV, it was they were transforming. And
Okay.
so it came on right as I got out of class.
Right.
So I would bring my bike and I would ride my bike as fast as I could home because I
Yeah.
lived like a block away, so I could watch Sailor Moon. And then I think it went Sailor Moon reboot, and then Dragon Ball Z. And then once I got to Dragon Ball Z, I was hooked for life. And I still
Never
watch
watched
it.
it. Never watched it.
It's
Everyone tells me like,
it's
dude, you got to.
it's
But
amazing. It influenced what is called the Big Three. And
mhm.
the funny thing is, I haven't watched any of the Big Three because I was like, oh, these don't look as good as Dragon Ball.
Well,
Um,
this is the problem with me. Like, there's I got into it very late. It was
mhm.
COVID. COVID popped off, and actually, which I think a lot of newer, like Western civilization type people, like Americans mostly, we got into it because two reasons: COVID, and everything made in America now is not targeted for
It's
men.
trash.
It is. It's trash. It all has like a message. I don't. I'm bad. That's pretty much what it is. Um.
Mhm.
So I gave anime a chance, and the first two I watched were Black Clover and oh god I just blanked on it, online.
Demon Slayer. Oh,
No,
Sword Art Online. Sword
Sword
Art
Art
Online.
Online, and I fell in love
Which
right there.
which supposedly is what really started or kicked off the isekai genre that you
That's what
love so
someone told
much.
me, but yeah, is that really isekai? Because he's in like a virtual, like,
He's in a different world. He got transferred to a different world. Does he ever get out of that virtual world? I haven't seen it.
yes. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, so he goes back into the real life and then virtual world over and over again?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no, the first, like, what, season or two, it's like life or death getting out of there. And
Uh-huh.
then there's other storylines saving his love, and different different games taking like the core um system that was used to trap them in that virtual world. It's a good one. I enjoy it. I personally enjoy it.
I haven't seen it, so
I couldn't get into the gun world one with there's like a girl that they're doing it with her, but so Isekai to me was always like you either like were physically transported into another world. So I guess that works because they were trapped in an online game or a virtual
mhm.
game. So I guess that does fall under it. But like
Yeah.
that started Black Clover, and that started my indoctrination.
So the funny thing is if you like pay attention to these anime groups, which I don't really do,
Me either. I wish I
because
did.
I'm like, I'm not in your fandom. I just like your stuff.
Right.
Right. Like, don't ask me to give the history, which I Googled, and I even watched a little video on it as fast as I could to to prepare for this show.
Voltron, is Voltron anime? Because that was always,
It's from Japan, right? Yeah.
Japanimation to me.
It's yeah, it's the same thing. Turns out it's the same thing. The name just came later.
See, I never okay.
But Astro Boy started it all, I think. Astro Boy was like what started anime. And the creator of that is called the God of Anime. Right? So, yeah.
That's awesome.
And then
like God of something.
Like Akira Toriyama,
right?
The man who just died, rest in peace.
Yeah.
The creator of Dragon Ball
right.
influenced so many of these shonen like writers that that they all came out and said, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have this, because I never would have done this if it wasn't for what he did with Dragon Ball.
Right. No, dude, I could see that. I mean, Dragon Ball is from their huge.
Twitters. It's Dragon still huge.
I know. I know.
Goku was in the freaking Macy parade.
There's certain ones like I tried to get like Naruto. I tried
Naruto,
to get into it. Naruto, whatever his name. I could not get into it because he's like, yeah, man, like he always had like this weird saying that just was bothering me. Like I guess everyone
never wanted to watch it.
Dude, it was so tough. I've watched like 7 or 8. I always give shows like 4 episodes because sometimes it really does take a couple and then you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Well, after 3 episodes of Black Clover, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this anymore.
Right.
And then
I was in.
Then episode 4 came. And I don't know if you know who Christopher Sabat is. No. He's a voice actor who voices like 20 characters in Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
He is the voice of Captain Yami.
Oh, that dude's voice is the best.
Right?
Yes.
Right? So I heard his voice. My rule.
Is he also All Might? Is that the same guy or those?
He's All Might.
Okay.
He's also All Might.
The dude's voice is legendary.
Right. He's also a random character in episode 7 of Claymore.
Really?
Which, if you haven't watched Claymore,
I've tried.
It's fucking awesome. So after the first 3 episodes, and then the next 3 episodes is like 2 different animes, and you're like, what the fuck? And then, sorry, I don't know if I should swear on this channel.
You can swear, I don't care.
Okay. And then once you hit episode 8, it starts going off. And then the last couple of episodes, what's up, Justin? The last couple of episodes, it's just insane fights. Like, it's just super awesome. I actually have the entire manga box set for Claymore. So I get the season 2 that's never going to happen. What is anime? Anime is animation from the House of the Rising Sun, basically.
No, that's in New Orleans. It's
that's what they say. Land of the Rising Sun. Yes. It's all the same in the dark.
There was a land. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
E-Hacker, what's up, dude? Thank you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while. We used to talk all the time. Oh yeah, you're like in the anime world, right? He's over in Japan. Now, is Korean anime, is that considered? Well, I just said anime, but is it considered anime, or does it have to be Japanese?
So I believe that like if you still do the art style, it's still not anime, but it can be an imitation, and it's called good. It's called something entirely different in Korea or South Korea.
Totally Googled, right?
No. Actually, my friend told me, because when I was like, I want to watch Solo Leveling because Chris is in it. So the voice we were talking about. He's also in the vending machine one, which is why I kept watching it. He's the bear.
Wait a minute, he is?
Oh, he's the bear. Right. He's the bear, yeah.
E-Hacker.
Oh yeah. That's I think that's no, that's just making a joke.
E-Hacker. Where should I send it? I don't know. For some reason I can't find you on X. Are you on X? I thought you were on X. Yeah, just let me know where to send it, E-Hacker. Or send me a message on X if you have it, so I could send you the link. Yeah, so go on. I'm sorry.
So I was like, oh, I want to watch this anime. And my friend goes, that's not an anime, that's from Korea. And she like gave me the name of it. And I could probably try to find it in my phone, but it would probably take me like an hour.
Girl? It was a girl.
Yeah, dude. You
know girls?
I know some girls, and
awesome, man. I'm really happy.
This girl is like the reason why I've watched like so many animes that I would never watch.
I see.
Because she's like, I want someone to talk to about this. But then there's ones where she'll like tell me about it, and I was like, I never want to watch this, and I won't watch it even if you're like, like, you need to watch this, and I'm like, no way, man.
So what are you into right now?
What am I into right now?
Like, what is like something that you're like, okay, anything I might have told you, I don't know.
So I've been watching a lot of isekais lately because this guy Sporking is like, let's talk about isekais. And
I love isekai.
You know what? Yes, Soul Assassin. But let's see, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, isekais. So Sporking is like, yeah, watch this isekai. And I planned on watching this isekai once it finished, so I could watch the whole thing. And it's now on episode 10, and it's probably one of the best isekais I've watched. And that is Wrong Way of Using Healing Magic.
How good is that?
It's so good.
It is so good.
So like ReZero, I'm told, is the best isekai ever. And I understand after watching like season 2.
Yeah, okay.
But I also don't like season 2 because my favorite character is in a coma, basically.
Well, also like right? Also, like he is so like it takes I don't know, you think he's starting to like
Subaru constantly has a butthole relapse.
Right, dude. Like you think Subaru is starting to grow, he's starting to become someone, and then he just either gets really selfish, really angry, really sad, and it's just like, dude, can we get beyond this? And like he actually has some substance.
It takes 14 deaths before he becomes a man. You right?
You want to join, man? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get this party going. You don't have to take away. You could take away anything from us, Justin. It's been too long.
Oh no, I'm not a real weeb, man. I can't weeb out like the weebs, man. I'll get embarrassed by like Lethal or someone. Oh, but no, one of the main reasons why I got back into anime, like I was just watching like Dragon Ball Super when it was on, but I was listening to Lethal Lightning. And he just kept saying more and more stuff. And he's like, listen, Biggles, you got to watch Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer is badass.
And I watched Demon Slayer.
And
I was like, this animation is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I like the story. You actually care about the villains and the good guys. And you have like this soft-spoken like main character, the protagonist. Yep. And he's just like, man, I like he's like a rush of emotions, and it like actually makes me feel some stuff. Now
and like defending his sister, like protecting her, like there's so much going on in that show.
Yeah, and I feel like the first season is kind of like slower.
Yeah, dude. Again, one of those shows I watched 4 episodes. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And then all of a sudden, I was like, boom.
Then it gets so good. Like the movie, the Mugen Train movie. I love it. What's up, Justin?
Hey, what's going on?
This is gonna be like the random panel. Biggles, Justin, E-Hacker, and me. Like, this is awesome. How you been, man? Are you an anime guy?
No.
Okay, good stuff.
No, the thing with animation is when it comes to anime, a lot of
Mhm.
people don't understand, at least in the States, that
Yep.
it's not really like a cartoon. Like it's not
No.
the same as like Pokemon. It's like uh
Pokemon's an anime.
yeah, well
I understand what he
here's
means, though.
here's the thing though. There is it was a I'm gonna go on screen. Hey guys, I know
How
we
you
haven't
been, man?
done
Good
it
to
in a
see
while,
you.
so it's very good to see you guys.
Yeah, man.
So it put to me very very eloquently by my roommate in college who is a big fan of anime, and there is a difference between anime and like cartoons, like or
Mhm.
animation. Like animation in Japan is the art form in which you know is equivalent to like soap operas, in the States. Like, a lot of people who are older enjoy it, and a lot of younger people who get into it are, well, One Piece, for example.
So shonen,
It's
shonen is for the young people.
yeah, yeah. Well, some of it is for younger people, but it's supposed to be cross generational, and for specific audiences who are for the long term format, which is what YouTube provides and Spotify provides, for podcasts and whatnot. But if you were not on the train at the time, it's very difficult to get on it at this point. Like One Piece, like going on the same amount of time as Pokemon, probably. I don't know if it precedes it or is it's after, but
Pokemon came first.
more. What's that?
Pokemon came first.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but it's
But
been on for a
but
long. There's
once
over 1,000 episodes, so it's been on for a long time. What's
yeah,
up, my
and
man?
it's more consistent too. And speaking of consistency,
Yes.
up
Let it, you know what, Justin? I'm sorry. Let's start off. Let's do this proper. I didn't even mean that. Introduce yourself first, and let everybody know who you are.
I am Justin Proper. I'm a semi-retired YouTuber, and I enjoy these kind of random pop-ups every now and then.
Love
So,
it.
what's up? And
What's
I
up?
just
Oh,
dropped an interview with a guy who does a bunch of mashups, Bill McClintock.
are we
That
talking
that
about
should
this
be
interview
very
right here?
yeah, actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right.
It was
No.
just by coincidence that I found that you were going live, and I said, "What's up?" And
This is perfect.
yeah,
It's been too
it
long,
just
man. It's
the
been too
stars
long.
seem
So
to
it's
align.
yeah, dude. It's
So
good to see you. And it's wait a minute. And then, I mean, it's shocking that we even line up at the same time right now. Let them all know who you are, sir.
Oh
My name's
no!
John. I just got talked over, man. I heard Justin. I just got talked over.
Welcome to my
No,
show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be
All
quiet.
right, let's try that again. And who are you, sir?
My name's John. My channel is eHacker. I'm awesome, and that's it.
Beautiful.
I like
That's
it.
what I
I
wanted
like
to
it.
see. That's what I wanted to see. And Justin, John, it's good to have you guys. Like this is something I love because this was total random. Biggles and I were like, let's just do this show. We've been wanting to talk about anime. Now, John, how much anime do you watch? Have you been watching it a long time? Because like I'm new at this. 2020, I probably started. So I want to know, when did you start doing your anime stuff?
Well, you might be really disappointed.
Right.
So, I'm in my 40s now,
Mm-hmm.
and the last time I watched an anime straight through,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was about 19.
Okay. Okay. I was waiting for like 13, but 19's okay.
But it's the best one.
Which
Which
one?
which
It's
one?
Akira.
Oh, that's
It
the
it took like 8 years. It
racing
was made by
kinda?
hand, and I've seen it like, I don't know, maybe 50 times.
Really? Now,
Yeah.
is Akira the one, the bike, right? He has a bike.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it another chance. I watched like a couple, and I was like, "What's so great about it?" Tell me.
Well, my problem is, like, all anime looks the same.
Okay.
So I have trouble getting like emotionally attached in things because it all looks the same. So it's so like interchangeable. You could just swap out whatever's in one and it could be the other. And I mean, that's how Japanese people are in general. That's how the country is.
Right.
Like the
Well,
country
well,
is
well,
it's yeah.
yeah. Well, the country is what?
The country's kind of like a template country, like Legos. Like the whole country from like, north to south is like a lot of the same buildings, architecture, signs. It in a way it is like anime on a greater scale. So that's why you get anime like that and a lot of Japanese things like that.
Mm.
So I mean, in real life it's different than anime, but it's kind of like a love and hate thing with anime and me and how it looks exactly the same.
Gotcha.
Well, and you also notice these kind of things because you live in Japan. That's probably why.
Yeah, I've been here 17 years too. So not like I, live here for a couple of years. I've been here 17 years. So I've been here getting towards the point where I'm going to catch up to my American lifespan at some point,
That's it. Wow, dude. That's
Well,
kind of cool to think
well,
about.
you have a wife and kids out there. Yeah, like you have a family out in Japan. So like,
Yeah.
why would you leave at this point?
I'm never coming back. The things I don't know what's true over there about the States, and we're not going to get into the talk. But from what I see, man, I'm never.
No, you don't want to
way.
come back. You know,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later
Well,
about
you know
that.
what? You know
don't
what?
want to.
Yeah, if you're happy where you are, like just stay there. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I don't know. We're off topic now, so it's up to you.
Oh,
if you
it's
want
fine.
to continue,
Topics
but-
are. Thank you for putting us back on because I would never have done that.
I mean,
I
well,
suck
if you
at
want
that.
to talk about anime a little bit,
Yeah.
Japan's got the anime capital of the world called Akihabara. It's a city
Oh,
in
yeah.
Tokyo.
Mhm.
I mean, if you like Biggles, I don't know you, man, but do you are you a big anime fan? I'm assuming by your.
I've been watching a lot of anime these last like 5 years almost.
Yeah. So if you went to
But I
this town,
started
you'd
way
be.
before.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
If you went to this
Sorry.
town, you'd be dead in heaven. It would be like the second life to you. It's like the capital of the world of anime. They've got like wall-to-wall stores of anime. They've got like a lot of other things you might enjoy in the city that I can't talk about. It's just electronic stores, computer stores, video games.
Right.
It's crazy. Like as an American, you'd go there, you'd be completely like flabbergasted. And I use that word like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
That's a good one though. They talk
Yeah.
about
And we won't hear
Akihabara
it
a
for
lot in
another
Log
5
Horizon.
years. And the last time I heard him say it was 5 years ago. So,
I think that was about
Yeah.
4, but yeah, close.
oh yeah, pretty close.
They do reference that it's a city, right? It's not like a part of Tokyo or anything. It's its own city, right?
It's a
Akihabara?
city in Tokyo. Tokyo is
is in-
composed of
okay.
probably about like 1,000 cities or something of
That's
like,
what dude, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like that is something I can't understand. Like they keep talking about all these different areas, but they're all under the blanket of the city of Tokyo, right?
okay, here's the thing. Tokyo's a state like New York State.
Oh,
People
Yeah.
just say Tokyo like it's a city.
I thought it was.
I
Oh
did
my
too for like the
God.
last 10 years.
It took you 7 years living in Japan
took a
to
little-
realize
no,
that's
not
like to make
quite.
a connection.
Okay. Exaggerate, but it took a while. Even when I was
Right.
here for a while, I didn't realize.
Well, they
Like how long?
I don't know. Could have been a year or two went by because I wasn't living in
Okay,
Tokyo
so-
at first.
right.
Right.
So I was living like, a couple of hours away. So even though I was in Japan, I wasn't like in Tokyo. So if someone's not living in New York, you might not know everything about New York. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah, well, yeah. It's like it's sort of like whenever the student exchange program came to Ohio, they were like, "Oh, can we make a California trip? Like we could do that in a day. That's doable." That's when foreign exchange students were living not like in my area, but with like in my mom's side of the family in their house, my grandparents' house, who are featured on the Justin Proper channel, Grandparents React with Cecil.
I've actually seen that
Those-
video.
Yeah. Those are my grandparents who fostered, some French guys. And one of them was Pierre, and Pierre was like,
Are you serious? His name is
let's go to
Pierre.
California for the day. Like, why not? Not understanding how big the United States is. And
Right.
you know, I understand like where that comes from, that mindset of like you don't understand that Tokyo is, correct me if I'm wrong, is not just a city. Like it's not like the capital because it's the most well-known city in Japan, but it just it's a centralized area, sort of like what people like coming to the States, they don't understand what the state boundaries are, what's because
Yeah.
you know
No, I
when
see
you're
what you mean,
visiting
like a
everyone.
province.
Well,
Like,
actually, let me
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
you guys
probably,
because
yeah.
this comes
Yeah.
up, and like aside from Tokyo, what other cities do you know in Japan? It feels like it's like the only city I
Shibuya.
know.
Akihabara.
Wait, let's go one at a time. Let's go
No.
in order with
All right.
Scott, your channel,
Gosh.
Biggles, and then
Yeah,
Justin.
yeah. Shibuya.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Thanks for stealing Shibuya from
What,
me.
dude?
Well, I know about Akihabara before you said it.
Okay.
There's
There's so many they talk about in anime too.
Well, you've
like-
heard
Yeah.
of Kobe beef, right? Kobe
yeah,
beef.
yep,
Yeah.
Okay, so Kobe. What about
Yep, so
Osaka? That's like the second
Osaka.
biggest.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows
Um,
Okinawa, right? So
Yeah, Okinawa. Yeah,
Okay, you just
Karate
got
Kid
me
Part
because I
2.
thought Okinawa was its own little country. Okay, my bad.
it's like a little island.
Okay,
kinda
but
like-
it is
yeah.
officially part of Japan.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
an
see, I-
island. It's just a state.
Right.
It's a
No,
state
I saw
like
Karate
Hawaii.
Kid
Think
too.
of Hawaii. Think of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Same
is
thing.
Okay.
Tsushima an actual place in Japan?
What?
Tsushima?
I have no idea what you just said.
Tsushima?
Are you
Tsushima?
talking
Tsushima?
about sushi?
I don't know. It could be. It
Sashimi?
could. If it is, it's really small.
It's like a little island off of Japan, I think.
I've never heard of it, but Shushima. It could be. Yeah, it could be.
All right, let me.
Tsushima means island, so
Y-
yes, maybe.
Yokohama. Yeah.
Yeah, Yokohama's
Yo-
a
Yoko
got a military
Ono?
base.
Yokohama.
Is that what you were gonna say, Yoko Ono?
Yeah, Yoko Ono. You know,
And
gets
for a
bad
long
rap. She gets a
time-
bad rap.
For a long time, it was very torturous, and some people might relate to this. Is the only Taco Bell in Japan was on military bases.
Really?
I don't know if you guys like Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell, so
I
I lived off of it for a while.
I think it's fine. You know, it's kind of like it's like on White Castle level. You know, it's like I'm only down for it when I watch Harold and Kumar. You know, like that kind of thing.
oh, don't
White
get weird.
Castle-
If you like it or you don't, man. Come on.
White
I mean,
Castle's one of
Oh,
those things you
I
want when
like
it's
it.
not
I
near
like it
you.
when I'm in the right mindset. Let's
Okay.
put it that way.
All right,
But now
I'm
there's
gonna
like
start-
7 of them in Tokyo, so
you got Sapporo beer, so I think that's a city. Sapporo-
that's correct. That's
Okay.
in Hokkaido.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't want to, you know, Nagasaki, and we don't want to talk about the places that.
No.
Americans are messed up for a
I
while.
already said Hiroshima.
did?
Like
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
beforehand.
Right. Yeah.
Kawasaki.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably a city. Yeah. There's
He's
probably
a
a few
city.
Kawasaki's actually.
Oh, is it
I'm
really?
curious. Have you visited those cities? You know, while you're out there, like, or is that something that you don't even give a
No,
shit
I got
about?
around when I was younger, when I was moving around, working different jobs and shit. You know.
Yeah.
But honestly, every Japanese name you hear is probably a city like Toyota, Mitsubishi, not Sony. Sony's a little bit of a weird one. They kind of changed it to make it American with the Y. But aside from Sony, pretty much everything you hear, Nintendo, whatever
got
you
one
hear is
then.
probably a city someplace. Like,
So there's a one of the bigger, well, not bigger, but one of the anime studios is Kanazawa.
I don't know. I guess Biggles would know better than me.
It's
I
like
don't know the name
K-
of the studios really.
It's like no, but it's a city, Kanazawa, Kanazawa. There's like all A's. That's all I remember. Now my question is how big, if you want to take states in the United States and put them together, would you say Japan is? Is it?
I
like
think
as
it's
small as
somewhere. I think
New
it's
England?
somewhere around from like Florida up to about New York and that East Coast state on that
Okay,
around there.
all right, that makes sense. All right, that's what I
Something
think.
like that. Give or
terms
take, but
of-
around there, from the tip of Florida, maybe up to about New York or something like that. So,
Right.
I mean, it takes
Yeah.
like 2.5 hours to fly across the country, and to go to Florida from New York's like 2.5 hours on plane, right? So,
Oh yeah, I'm playing. I was like, yeah, not driving. Yeah, plane, definitely.
So
That's what I
like
meant. So
it's
roughly.
sort of like the size of California, but it's like more of the length of New York to Orlando.
Yeah, I guess so. Like California, probably plus 2 states, one on top, one on bottom for Hiroshima.
Right.
Yeah, like it's the
Hokkaido and
same
Okinawa.
sort of it's the same sort of shape as
It
California.
is. You know
Yeah,
what? Now that you
kinda,
said it, I
but
never noticed that. It
It's
is.
from what I hear, I've never been to Cali. Very different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't go,
Yeah.
especially when you were asking me about those fishing videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, please.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I did one take of your video, Entertainment Hacker.
I still have it. It's still a great video. It's still
Yeah,
up there.
yeah. I did a take of that instead of like a phone. I did of a banana, and you were very upset about that. I still think it was
I don't know
so
if I was
funny.
upset. I don't know if I'd put it as upset.
You were like that's not what I want. Like you were very direct about it. It's just like no, do it with a real phone.
Well,
Like
yeah, I mean, who the hell wants to see a banana?
yeah, I just thought like
Dude,
Justin, man, you always go like, you know what? Phone, screw it, banana. Like you go for that
Yeah,
little
I mean,
extra,
no,
like
I went with the banana
like
first.
gag. I love.
I don't
With
want to
the
hurt
wa-
anyone's feelings, but bananas kind of gross me out. They're a little phallic, so
A
no
little
offense to
phallic.
anybody.
Right. I love it.
Well, if you
Bananas
spend
kinda gross
as
me
much
out,
time in
so no
California as
offense.
I did, then you'll like bananas just as well.
That's why none of us go to California, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. All right. So back to you two. All right, back to anime, I guess. So we were talking about like anime out right now. So I though follow what you're saying, John. Like the style from the 90s was a certain way, and then when they started to change it, everybody changed. It wasn't like there's a couple shows that I watched like that they might stretch out the anime, it almost feels like, but everybody almost does the same exact style. And I don't know why. But you kind of explained that. I never thought of that as in the country itself is very systematic. Everybody kind of follows the leader.
Yeah, this is true. It's a monoculture, and a lot of the thinking kind of goes across the board. I'm sorry, Biggles wants to talk. I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
I think
no,
it's just
I was going to make a mention because you said they all look the same to you. Well, I've been watching this baseball anime called Mix. Well, it turns out the artist of Mix has written 5 baseball animes, and he uses the same character in every single anime, and they look all the same except for the
Wow.
jersey of the team uniform. And they actually read the mangas, like the characters read the mangas of the other animes that
so
he's
he
made
makes it like all
in the
in world.
anime.
That's
Yeah,
funny. That's funny.
but they're
No,
the same exact character. They look the same exact character.
We
Exactly
got
the
right
same.
here Ironcaster saying, "Hey guys, hope you're watching Bang Brave Braverin, the surprise hit of the no, I've never even heard of it. BBB. What? That's another thing. Like, what different services you have to like Crunchyroll has a certain studios. HBO has different studios. High Dive, you can watch some different studios. Like, it's hard to find like the one that has all the anime. It's aggravating.
Or like the what's the equivalent here? Like the Disney of anime?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Like, because
Oh
you know
well,
what?
we're
That's a good
talking
way to
about
put
we're
it.
not talking about like new age Disney. We're talking about like old school Disney where
But
they
we're
had
just talking
this.
about like someone who has it all. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah,
service that can
like
cover it all.
Disney had all of the classic,
Yeah.
cartoons and all that stuff. So
Like
is that where you're getting
Hulu
at?
does. I guess so. Like maybe not just one type of studio. What I'm saying is like with anime, because it's from Japan, they're signing deals
Who's
with
the
different.
goat?
Who's the goat? Ooh.
The goat of anime when it comes to studios. Is that what you're getting at?
No, not at all. But I like what that question is. My thing is because it's from Japan, they like not one streaming service signed them. Like they
Right.
different studios sign. So you have to like again own like different like have subscriptions to all different sites just to watch your favorite anime. I wish there was like one service. Like I thought Crunchyroll was going to be that, but they only have what
quite.
Funimation, you know? So, but I like what you just said. What is the OG, like the best studio?
Oh, Studio Ghibli yeah.
Yeah,
Is that-
I'd agree on that. That's like the
Yeah.
one of the few I actually know.
Studio Ghibli.
They
Yeah,
did Spirited
something-
Away. You know Spirited Away?
Yep.
Yeah.
They did one where they were hunting whales in the sky. Which one is
Yeah,
that?
Castle Laputa or something. I
Oh,
can't remember.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that-
that's about right.
So that's all that style. And they, like you were saying before, John, they actually have a style all of their own. Like, you know, it's one of theirs because their characters are
Yeah,
drawn a certain way.
I can't say across the board every single anime
No,
looks
I get what
exactly
you're
the
saying.
same, but even the ones that look different have similarities at like
Right.
the base level, you know.
Well,
So
but that whole
Yeah.
studio does the same drawings. That's what I mean. Like, they may
Right.
be different, but like a studio has one type of drawing. Like, there's not many studios that do different styles that I've noticed.
Yeah.
At least. Go ahead. Were you gonna
Okay,
say
before we
something?
go dead air,
No, go ahead, John.
no, yeah, no, that was my point. Basically, is like you can't say across the board they're 100% the same, but like at a first glance, a lot of them look like almost really the same. You know, they've got like one piece is really big here, right? And
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of got its own style, but when you compare like the way the lines are made and the movements of the characters and things, it gets pretty similar. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just why I never got so into it, as opposed to like American animation or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
I don't
a
really
lot
watch
of
stuff
people-
anyway, so I want to
Well,
see
a lot of-
Dune 2 pretty bad, but
It was good.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
good.
is it not available in Japan yet?
oh yeah, it's out. Just timing, schedule, kids, you know.
Yeah.
I get that too.
But I haven't seen a movie since The Joker and The Last Jedi before that, so this might be it.
yeah,
I mean,
you
in the theater, so
The-
you should get a chance.
The Last Jedi and then Joker.
that's it.
Wow.
the last
Wait,
one I
wait,
saw
I
was
missed one.
That was
No, that's it.
Demon Slayer. I went to see Demon Slayer in the theater. That's about it.
what
I
a
saw
great
Scream
anime.
6, Cocaine Bear, and then there's one other one, Rise of Skywalker. Right
I
after. Yeah. You made a good choice of skipping that one, my friend.
I usually
no
see
way.
like one a year because of my schedule. So I saw Dune 2, which was great.
Oh,
to
right. I
see.
forgot Dune. Right. Dune 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Did I see
Yeah, I
Dune in
didn't
the
see that
theater?
in theaters.
Right.
I
I
don't even
forgot
know.
about
I
Dune
don't-
1. Okay. So Dune 1, that's still only 3 in like the last, however
Yeah.
many years.
Quite a
Yeah,
few.
but the point is, like, even in Japan, like, despite the technology that they have, it's when it comes to movie theaters, it's more or less the same, and it only takes like a certain great film in order.
Oh, it's the same, but theaters are much cleaner and there's dead quiet.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I heard. When it came to Empire Dreams, like Star Wars, like in Japan, like they thought it was going to be a flop, but
Mhm.
they realized that dead silence in the theaters is the best compliment to a Japanese audience. Would you verify that, or is the experience slightly?
It's not really about like enjoying it or saying something to the film. It's about shutting up so the other people can enjoy the movie.
Mm.
Yeah. So like being
It's-
completely
yeah.
quiet, even at the very end, it's like the silence is a form of.
It's not a statement. That's just how they are. They're not saying anything negative or positive. That's
It's
just
not
how
a
they are.
statement. Yeah, it's how they are, and the more quiet they are. Is this true? The more quiet that they are.
No,
during
no,
the movie.
that's not. That's just how their demeanor.
They're
It's not.
polite.
They could
Yeah.
hate it.
It
and
has
they won't-
nothing to do.
They could love it or hate it. They're going to be exact the same way. I invited Laura, by the way.
No, Laura, definitely. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah, she's from Italy.
No way. Awesome.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
So I guess aside from you guys are all America, right? I don't know about Biggles, but I'm assuming
Yeah, I'm originally from New York. But
me too.
Yeah, you sound a little.
It sounds
I
so
kinda-
terrible. Yeah,
I
me
kind
too.
of
I know
heard
where you're
that
at.
East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks for you. Just to move to Japan and your life will be just fine.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
New
no,
Englander
when
myself.
I was in New York, from what I hear, it was different. I did go back like 7 or 8 years ago, and it was dirty as hell.
New York, it's
Don't.
Yeah.
even worse now. It's even worse now, man. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like Times
And
Square is
Jersey was
not-
dirty as hell. I hated it. My
Yeah,
wife
I
was
Northern-
didn't
Northern
like Jersey
Jersey.
because of the driving, and
wait. I
even
apologize.
then, the last time I went to New York, Michael Jackson died. So
Oh,
I'm
So you
afraid to
killed
go
him?
back.
we have another
In
panelist,
case something
guys.
else.
I would just want to welcome Fatal J to the show. What is up, my friend?
What's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
This is like the
Yeah.
classic reunion here for me.
I know. Look
Yeah.
at this, man. We
Y'all
got
give me,
this.
can y'all give me one moment? My audio is crazy right now.
All right,
All
man, you
right,
sound good.
all right.
You sound good.
Yeah, I gotta ask Fatal J a question actually,
Oh, we got
because
questions.
it's not no drama.
Oh,
Just
Okay, I can hear you.
So drama
no
alert.
drama.
I can hear
It's,
you. Go ahead and ask your question.
So I saw a post of yours. I think under Data Racer that you were disappointed with Dune 2. I haven't seen it yet, so I just
Yes,
wanted
very
your.
disappointed.
All right. So, I think most people kind of giving me positive reviews. So
was good.
what was the main reason you were disappointed?
The main reason is because of
that's
the shiny character.
Yes.
If you're not familiar with, are you familiar with the books?
No.
Oh, okay. When it comes to the shiny character, she's basically a concubine character. Okay, just like Paul Atreides' mother, she's a concubine. A lot of people think Paul Atreides' mother is royalty. No, she's
No.
not. She's a concubine. It's supposed to mirror the relationship of his mom. Okay, Chani knows her role throughout the
Yep.
whole thing. She know that Paul Atreides is royalty. She know he becomes the emperor. It is no way, no how that she becomes the queen of the universe, like Paul Atreides is the emperor of the universe. It's no way, no how. But the whole purpose of Chani is to show that no matter what he goes to, no matter who he marries, because he marries the princess, the emperor's daughter, no matter who he's with, she has his heart.
Yep.
Okay, so when I'm going into this film, I enjoy 80% of the film.
Same.
But when it came to Shani character, she was the girl boss, the sister girl character,
Mhm.
and that's not in
Okay.
the books.
No.
It's
Right.
it's that propaganda that they
Right.
put in this stuff that ruins great stories.
And
so
the-
that
and
was
the-
my beef with it.
You know what's fatal? Another you put it perfectly, but what I would add to what you said is the Shawnee character, she is there to humanize Paul. She
Yeah.
humanizes him. And by the end, it's almost like they both I don't want to ruin it for you, John, but
No,
like,
go ahead. I'm not
okay.
really big on sport. It's all right. Whatever.
Okay, all right. But at the end, it's almost like she is just there to show that she's the only one that is against him for his mission, and also she won't take him marrying someone else, even though, like Fatal said, is like she knows he can't marry her. Like he is pretty. They kind of hide the idea of in this movie that like he's hiding that he's trying to avenge his father. I mean, the truth is everybody knew he was trying to avenge his father, and he was using the Fremen to do that, but they were fine with doing that because the whole propaganda of a Messiah was leveraged. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but it's just her character was just completely ruined by the end of that movie.
Okay.
I advise everybody out there, if you haven't seen the Dune sci-fi series, the miniseries, it's free
Oh, so
online.
good.
It's free on YouTube. That is the closest that you would
It's
get
corny,
to the book. And it is corny and the CGI is terrible, but the story is way better.
It's
The
so
story
good.
is way better than what's in theaters right now. And I tell everybody to watch that. Mark with a C is my pure example. He hated Dune, didn't know anything about Dune. He said Dune 1 was boring. Okay.
Okay.
When he binged, he said it was so good. He binged the sci-fi miniseries. He understood where I was coming from after the fact. He said that they changed it. They changed everything. And it's little things that they change.
Yeah.
throughout the movie as well. Like the big thing about the Doom movies is spice. Spice is kind of like what today oil is to the world.
Mhm.
Okay, they never did mention it in this movie. They rarely. They might have mentioned it 1 or 2 times in the whole movie, which
Right.
is dumb because that's the whole reason why they're fighting in the
Right.
movie. So it's almost like the Jedi's talking in Star Wars, fighting in Star Wars, and they never ever mention the Force
See,
at all.
I kind of disagree
Okay.
with you on that. I mean, the majority of it is them attacking different spice refining stations and stuff like that. But the spiritual side of his use of spice, that's what they don't use. Like all you see is them trying to destroy it. You don't see, like, he only brings it up once in the food, and like that. It's kind of like it's more.
But see that,
spiritual.
but that's bad though, because even though the rich people, everybody in the universe use spice.
Right.
You
Everybody.
spice,
I mean,
spice is what makes warp speed in Star Wars, right? Warp speed, hyperdrive,
warp
all
speed,
that.
right? Yeah.
Okay, that's what makes warp drive in the Dune universe is the spice.
Right.
Nobody is talking about it in Dune 2.
No. I mean, it's kind of like they attack.
Is it sort of like how
What up, Biggles?
in Back to the Future Part 2?
Oh snap!
Like they don't
Popper.
mention
I didn't
the-
see Popper in here. What up, Popper? I'm trying to get all my stuff together, man. Proper, what up, man?
Oh,
Hi.
let's go.
What's up? I thought my
Robert, I gotta
presence
say,
was-
you look great, man. You lost weight. You're looking great. I meant to tell you that.
thank you.
Proper? I think so too. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't want to but I had to say it,
Everybody
man.
out
You
there,
look
see,
good.
this is.
I
one of the
think
most
definitely
dynamic-
best on the panel, actually, just as far as pure looks.
But this is one of the
Ah,
most dynamic
thank you.
things that ever happened online.
That means a lot, actually, John. Thank you.
Well, I'm over
Y'all-
the hill, so
Say
Look,
it, Fatal.
y'all don't,
Say it,
y'all don't
Fatal.
understand. Y'all don't understand this. One of the most epic things that ever happened on YouTube had to do with Justin Proper, and it had to do with my boy.
Drunk 3PO?
No, how did you forget the debate of all debates
Oh, how the thing
with John?
the OSU Michigan debate?
How did you forget that, sir? That was one of the most
How
epic
could I
showdowns.
forget that? I want to forget that so much.
Yeah.
John and Justin Proper was battling it out hardcore online. It was one of the biggest debates known to man. They was throwing it back and forth. Like I couldn't even pick a side because they were both on point. Is that still online? Is that still online somewhere?
Yeah, it is on John Talks's channel. Yeah.
yeah,
And,
they're all. John Talk's old stuff is all there.
After
Yeah.
after this
I missed
stream, check out John Talks Justin Proper debate.
That was a good one.
It was
That was a good
magnificent,
one.
man. Yeah.
What?
Oh,
I gotta
thank
show
you.
what?
Speaking of Dune 2,
Oh,
Yeah.
what did I hear?
That's what I was trying to get to. Dune 2 seems like I've heard nothing but great things about both of these films.
Yeah.
And to the point where it was there was like online bait where the characters would be swapped in terms of their purpose, and that didn't turn out to be true at all.
No.
And which is great, but it just goes to show we need to be careful, where we place our anger, because it
You're right.
it can easily be misconstrued, and it turns out like our anger could be for a good emotional good moment,
Mhm.
or it could be like we were baited and switched, so we need to be careful.
Hey,
Yeah.
check this out, man. I definitely understand everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Outside looking in, if I wasn't a book guy about this, or if I didn't care about the lore, I would definitely give this an A+. The CGI, I would have to be a fool to say the CGI,
CGI.
the
was
acting, the
All right, it
directing.
looks pretty, but
But I'm gonna say this: as a book guy, I got to give it a C-. It ruins
Yeah, I was
everything.
actually gonna have a follow-up question for anyone who saw this, like especially Jay. Like, I'm not a book guy. I respect all lore, and I hope they kept it the same. But honestly, I'm going for the eye candy and just see a
Oh, then
fantastic
you're gonna love
movie.
this
Then
film.
you're
You're
gonna
gonna
Yeah.
love it. You're gonna love it.
I mean, I
And
mean,
that's
I don't like
okay.
the old
Yeah,
mystical, like I
yeah,
don't like girl
yeah.
power stuff and that. But
Mm.
I'd never read the
Okay.
book, so
Now, E. Hacker, you're a history buff, right?
same somewhat. I mean,
Okay, but you understand basic history, right?
sure.
Okay. If you was in a situation where the king made everybody kneel in front of him, and everybody in the palace kneel except the concubine, and she gets mad and walks off. In history, 9 times out of 10, what is going to happen to that concubine?
Yeah, she's gonna get some heat for that or some kind
No,
of
not even
punishment.
heat, John. I'm gonna take
She's
it
not
a
gonna
little
get it.
further. I'll take it further, Jay. You're not even saying it like he's not just like a king or an emperor. He is like God on earth. He is the
Yeah.
Messiah.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
a million Fremen are bowing to him, and she's screaming that you're all falling for the like. It's just one of those things where it was like it's out of character. Even if you watch the 1984 movie, or like they don't bring this character to become a. She's just like the girl boss. She's the one that never trusted
Yeah.
him, finally trusted him, and then feels like she got lied to. So she is the only one of a million of them that walks off. Like, I'm shocked she wasn't killed right there.
So
I
do you
was
think
shocked.
it's like about the message and they put it in there
that moment
deliberately?
was. That
Yes.
moment was.
At that
Yeah.
moment, and you know they were kind of hinting it throughout the movie, and I didn't mind it. You know,
Yeah, and
But-
wasn't this is Zendaya's character we're talking about.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. Why would you kill off Zendaya? Like that would
No, and I get that, but it would have been better if Zendaya was upset but still understood, because then I could have respected the character. But like the way they treat, she's the only one. She is the one that loves him. He still loves her, but yet she is when he is doing his like awesome, which I have to say for this guy, I didn't think he could pull off any gravitas. But there's a moment where he's like reading people's minds and telling them their history and telling them, I am your Messiah. And a million of them are bowing to him. And she's screaming back, like, this is how they enslave you. Like, you're his
Right,
concubine.
right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, it would be better if he just said like, "Hey, call me by your name," and then it would be okay.
yeah,
look,
He even
the
tells her,
ending was
like-
terrible because I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
why the ending was terrible.
It wasn't terrible because of the gay.
No,
stuff.
I'm gonna even take it further than that. Watch this. This is how the ending is even terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, and shout out to Lorena Creole. At the end
Yeah.
of the movie, not only did she step out of the palace pissed off, but at the very end, and I do mean the very end of the movie, right before the credits went on, she calls up a sandworm like it was an Uber. Do you know how freaking big those things are?
She does. She
By
does. It's so
herself.
funny.
Yep. Kind of like
By
it's,
herself.
it's like the Tremors. You know, it's like if
Yeah.
you can call them up,
Yeah.
the earthworm, if you will. Yeah.
I'll just say this: like, it was a great movie, but there
You,
was
you,
that
you,
moment
you,
where
you
you're
could
like, come
call
on.
that guy Earthworm Jim. You know?
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim just shows up. It's just like,
Shout out
Real
to Bone.
quick, guys. Bone, thank you so much. $5 tip over on Stream Elements. Thank you so much, sir. Hold on, we got to. And that is the first of the night, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Everybody that used to watch, and then I got demonetized, and then they started kind of not sending out my notifications. I realize how important channel members are, super chats,
Yep.
Stream Element tips. So I never take it for granted anymore, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really
Yo, Scott,
appreciate
I
it.
actually got to bounce because I got some stuff to do, but I wanted to
Yeah,
stop
man.
by.
Thank you so
But-
much, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
No,
We haven't
Jay,
been-
Proper, Biggles, nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, man.
nice to meet you too.
Tell them where they
I
can
dropped
find
a
you. dude.
like and yeah, I'll stop by when I can. I'm not gonna really plug myself. I'm all good. You guys.
Hey, let me ask you a
Fine.
question. Did you
Yeah.
did you figure out what the algorithm was of YouTube?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a complex question because I'm not sure there is like one all algorithm you can hit.
I can make it
think-
so easy for you.
Oh,
Okay.
why haven't
A
you
lot
told
of
me,
people
Emma?
think the algorithm is what it is, but it's really not what people think it is. I'm
I'm
gonna tell you.
thinking that too. Look, dude, I've got
No,
3,200 videos.
No, I'm just gonna tell you what the algorithm is.
Okay.
People don't have a proper definition. Proper. Just proper.
Mhm.
They don't have a proper definition of what the algorithm is.
Okay.
All the algorithm is laws that they tell YouTube to do. That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Well, thank you very much
easy
for that.
discussion because I've watched analytics on YouTube 3,200 times for the last 4 years. So I have a really good idea of like views.
Let
and
me
how
give
videos
you let me give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
One of the laws out there that the YouTube company gave to the algorithm was if somebody watch your video long enough, we're gonna send more viewers your way. That's one of the laws.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the laws is if people click on your thumbnail enough, we're gonna send more viewers your way.
Yeah, that's like recommendations and thing based on engagement and watch time. basically.
Engagement.
That's
It's because it used to go by how big your channel is. They used to send all the viewers to the big channels. Now it's an open playing field for everybody. If you understand the YouTube algorithm, which is nothing but laws that YouTube give out there to whoever does it.
Okay.
Did that sound confusing or was that?
No, that makes sense.
it makes sense. It
I
makes
think
sense.
you're describing what some basic features are of like, like you said, the rules now. Like obviously
like some
watch
people
time
say,
is what they go
some
by.
people say, oh, the algorithm is doing me dirty. No, it's not.
Right, no. Oh, I agree with you. 100%.
Okay, yeah.
100% agree
guy that
with you.
says
That's
usually,
not
though.
it's not a magic thing like it treats you some certain way.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
All
They
the,
change it up
all the
sometimes.
algorithm is commands that YouTube put
Right.
onto the YouTube company put onto the platform.
That's
all
true.
the algorithm is.
As you know, it goes by topic. If your topic
Yeah.
sucks, you could be as good at best mic, best personality. If your topic is
Well,
about,
Well, that's a double-edged sword too, because
Yeah.
let's put Nerd
Makes it
Roddick
harder
Gary in there.
No,
He can talk about anything.
Be in there.
Nerd Roddick can literally talk about crap on the side of a sidewalk and it'll get 700,000
No,
views.
it won't get as much. It won't get as much as the topics
that's
people
the-
watch him
the-
for, though.
That's
That's true,
inbuilt-
but he's
That's all,
still
you
gonna
know.
have
the
that
inbuilt,
traction.
sort of subscriber rate that he has. Like that's
Yeah.
the inbuilt system.
Like,
And not all of us are fortunate with that. But clearly,
Lord.
But this is the one thing I could give YouTube though, and I didn't mean to make this up. I didn't mean to make this a
Sure.
thing, but
I
I
don't
don't
know, man.
mean it for that, but like,
that's the one thing I can say about YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube actually helps the small guys, but nobody take the time out to look at their studio and see how it works. If
Respect.
you look at your studio, it actually
Look,
shows you
I
what
looked at
videos
my
are working.
studio and it said I have 2 weeks worth of monetization left. So yeah, that's all I need to know.
Well,
Yeah.
you
John,
gotta
I
make
know
some
you have to go.
content.
We'll
yeah,
talk.
no, I got a jet. We could go on for.
All right, man.
Thank you
Peace
so
out,
much,
man.
guys.
Thank you,
Peace
John.
out.
I see what you're saying too, though.
Yeah.
Fatal. I do.
Yeah.
The problem is when they do demonetize you and then people can't find your videos anymore because your notifications aren't going out. Something shady's there. There's
Well,
definitely something.
I
up.
definitely believe in channels that are shadow banned too.
Yeah.
But then at
Yeah.
the same time, a lot of people do shady stuff
Right.
on their channel too.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But
That's true.
what's gonna be funny is what happens in the next couple of weeks when my channel is officially demonetized and how many people see these old videos that I have. And
But why don't you make new content? Why you not making new content?
Well, I was going to make new content
You can make-
until I got that YouTube email
You
that
can
said,
make
Man, you could make a
you're
live
gonna be
stream. Just
demonetized like literally the day of the interview.
proper, just do a live stream or something, man. Get your favorite friends on there and it'll be good.
Uh,
The same thing happened to Abu Nas. Didn't
Yep.
touch his channel for a few months. One of my favorite YouTubers, dang, how did I
Sporking News.
And he
Working
has
News
a
podcast.
he didn't touch his channel for months, demonetized.
Yeah, it
It's-
happens.
Yeah, so you gotta, make that
We,
content,
we'll,
man.
we'll get on
Well,
that.
also, I think when it comes to myself, it's one of those things where I feel like it should be remoted to a creative outlet as opposed to a job, which it seemed like it for a while. And
understand
once
that.
I got out of that mindset, without having to do like a weekly show, like I could just like do stuff like
Have
for
fun.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's freeing. It's great.
I feel you. I feel you.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why honestly, I'm not even just trying to get back on topic, but that's why I changed my streams. Like I do like,
Mhm.
Song of Ice and Fire on Mondays now because I enjoy talking Game of Thrones and fantasy and, Harry Potter. That's why I started this anime one tonight because I like anime. And then on Saturdays, instead of just always bitching about Hollywood, like there is some of that, but it's also about like conspiracies and shit like that because you gotta, if you don't do what you love, people will not watch your shit. They won't, because
Yeah.
they could definitely tell. They can definitely tell. Like Fatal, you could tell that you love talking about what you talk about because you're into it. You could tell in the videos. You know what I mean? But I've seen other guys talk about the same stuff you talk about, and you just could tell they're regurgitating what they've already watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's a big thing too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. So
Yeah.
I
We all have.
completely understand. Like,
Yeah.
and you're trying to like, get somewhere, but really what you're doing is holding yourself back because you're not being genuine to yourself. So
Right.
that's where that comes in.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
Jay, you have been doing nothing but just
Killing
at the
it.
very least, expressing the fact that this is your, like what you're really passionate about, no matter what you're talking about, which is like
And I
kind
love
of
it.
cool. Yeah,
And I love it.
even in those older videos where you're like, like so close to the camera, and you're like, hi, can you hear me? And you have like the microphone right up, like, oh, it's great.
This man
love
really
it.
watched my stuff because I promise you, I was looking at an old video today and I was like, why the freak was I so close to the camera? That's disgusting. That's crazy. You
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
up
yeah,
my nose.
and that's what we were making fun of you for. It's just like not your points, like, but because you were so close to the camera, it's like, hey guys, like,
Can you see me?
it was sort of like that kind of thing where you're like FaceTiming your family from overseas, and their faces are like you can only see like from their eyes up, like, hello, can you hear me? Like, or something like that. And that's the vibe that I got from that.
I
And
got an excuse for that though.
Funny. That's
Okay,
so
you know
funny.
why it's different? I'm gonna tell you why it's different now that I'm actually a good distance away from the camera. When that around
so
that
you
time,
learned
I
a few things from us.
not only that, I was using a GoPro. And if
Oh,
anybody know
yeah,
anything
yeah.
about a GoPro,
That shit is
it's
right
got
there.
a weird fish lens
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
So
yep,
I'm
fishbowl, yeah.
actually the distance I am now with the GoPro, but the GoPro for some reason zooms up really far. So when I shoot my videos, you can only see my neck and my head.
Yeah. It was great.
But now
I-
I just use my camera. I just use
And
my
you-
cell phone.
That's the thing though, is that you have learned to use the technology to your advantage and to understand like what the perception is, as opposed to just like having everything up to your face and you're like, hello, is it working?
Yeah.
And now you're like, hey, what's up? And you're like the same person, except
Yeah.
that you have better camera angles.
Yeah. You're right, man.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna allow Biggles because he's been wanting to talk about this for a while. What do
Okay.
we have on screen, Biggles?
So,
But he is like, I could see him shaking, and I feel bad.
Oh,
so
that's
I
from
don't.
Gundam. That's Gundam.
What is
Yes,
That's
Gundam.
Gundam.
I don't know if you've
Gundam
ever
Fleet.
heard of this franchise, Sporking. It's called Gundam. There's
it?
giant
Like
mechs.
Gundam style?
Yeah, that's Gundam style.
No, that's
Spork.
Gangnam. That's
Oh,
You don't
Gangnam.
know
That's
about
different.
Gundam?
No, he does. He does. We were talking about it before the
No,
stream, and that's why we were
Gundam-
late.
No, condom style is different from Gundam style.
Gotcha.
No,
gotcha.
that's the
confused-
pullout technique. But, so
That was okay. All right. Good job. Funny. Now, go ahead.
All right, now
So-
explain.
this is Gundam Speed Freedom. I believe it's like the second movie in this little thing. And it just shares an image with Dune. And since you guys were talking about Dune, I brought this up. And
It's like the same letter format, everything.
yeah, they kind of used it to sell it. But it has surpassed 3.9 billion yen. So I think that's like $10 American. And no, I'm just kidding. I have no idea how much a yen is, but
They stole it.
yeah,
All right, 10 yen.
yeah, this went 3.9 million yen.
But hold on, they stole that.
No, well, they just took the design. They took the design.
I'm
it
talking about
looks-
who took it first, though.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
I
so
thought you-
they stole it. Yeah.
It just
Someone
says
stole
they
it?
shared an image.
I
Yeah, someone
thought you were
used
gonna-
it.
I thought you were going to tell us Dune stole it from them, or they.
That's
stole
what
it
I
from
thought he was
Dune.
gonna say.
Oh man,
Well,
that's
it
awesome.
says it shares a stunning collab visual, so they collabed with it. Look, collab.
Oh,
So they collaborated with each other.
But I was
to
about
do
to
the
say,
image.
I don't care. Like somebody stole it from somebody.
Yeah, or they did it
Gundam
together.
Seed
Definitely
came out.
did right.
They
Gundam Seed
stole
came
it
out
together.
before.
You know what? Let's go with that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
stole it.
They stole it together.
That's great.
Well, that was great. So let's get. You know what? That was awesome. I really thought we had something there. So Fatal, what got you? When did you start watching anime, and what are you into?
I got into anime when I was 7 years old.
Mhm.
It used to be a show coming on TV. And for some reason I used to always watch it in my parents' room. I
Mhm.
was born and raised in a trailer in the hood, okay? And
Really?
and on Saturday, I think the reason why I used to watch TV in their room because they had cable and I didn't. And
Okay, yeah.
I used to sit on their bed, and on Saturdays I used to watch this show called Sci-Fi Saturday Anime, and it used to
Okay.
come on the Sci-Fi channel. It used to come on around noontime on Saturdays, and the first anime that I ever seen was Akira, and then I saw Ghost in the Shell. They showed all these on Saturday Anime.
And you know what? The people don't remember that too. Sci-Fi is one of the original bringing anime to America
before
after,
Toonami.
right before Toonami, before all those, except
Yeah.
for like the Voltrons and like those like one-offers.
Yeah, that's older.
That's older, but when
Yeah.
in the 90s it was Sci-Fi Channel.
But
correct?
the stuff that got everybody in, like the groundbreaking stuff, like your Akiras and Ghost in
Yeah.
the Shell, Sci-Fi Channel did that.
Mhm.
And then I can remember I was about 9 years old. I went to
Mhm.
Blockbuster, and my mom, if I made good grades, she would take me to like Blockbuster or the local VHS place, and she'll
Yeah.
let me rent video games and VHS tapes. So I was looking around Blockbuster, and I saw this movie called Ninja Scroll. Now I'm 9 years old. Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I
Ninja Scroll?
now watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
Is it as good as Ninja Blast?
Watch this.
Yeah.
Not as good as Ninja Blast.
I didn't think so.
So
But-
if you know anything about Ninja Scroll,
Yeah.
there's nudity in there.
Yes, there is.
So I'm 9 years old thinking I just got a regular cartoon to watch.
Mhm.
So, my parents, they always go to sleep because I'm up late, playing video games and stuff like that. I had cool parents, man. They didn't on weekends, they never did give me a bedtime. So I put in Ninja Scroll. I see blood, I see gore,
Yeah.
and I see boobs.
Oh, what red-blooded American boy. I mean, what else do you need?
And
Let's just say that night I had an amazing night.
Best night ever.
Yeah. The never-ending story. No, anyways,
No, yeah, let's cut that off before we need to remake it. And by the way, that's the only thing that I think should be remade is the Never-Ending Story because it was
Oh,
such a
oh,
terrible.
But
Hey.
remade in the
Yeah.
Ninja Troll.
me
I'm
and my
still on
wife,
that- I'm still on that motherfucker. Yeah.
me and my
It's
wife
such a-
watched. I made my wife. I sat down with my wife and made her watch Never Ending Story.
oh,
And
so good.
But she laughed so hard on the part where what's the dragon name? Falcor? It's Falcor,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You remember when Falcor went under the water to grab the necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She started laughing because the way they cut it, it didn't even show him biting it. It just showed it was a cut. Then
Yeah,
it was in his mouth.
It's
and then-
awful. It's
It is.
awful. It
It's awful.
actually deserves a remake,
It really
unlike
does.
And I thought
unlike
my wife
all
was
these
gonna
other
never.
80s films. Like,
I
fuck
thought
that.
my wife was gonna never stop laughing from that.
No,
part.
no.
Oh my god, that's so true though. It does. Like the kid at the end where he's like, yeah, riding him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that does because like the technology today, the CGI would be
That's
you did it
Bastion,
right.
Mr. Biggles.
oh,
But watch this
Bastion.
though. That movie is amazing to me. It has a special place in my heart. You guys gonna laugh at me, but I don't give a freak. I always cry on two parts of that movie. I
Oh,
cry
the horse Atreyu?
when the horse sinks into the
The quicksand? Yeah.
And then I also
I cheer. Artax. Yep. Great.
that's messed up, man.
I
didn't
love
just
it.
drown
I love
him
it
at-
because I know it can be done better today.
But
So
let me just say
moving
this:
on.
he drowned. It was sadness. It wasn't even quicksand. It was you. If you got depressed, you started drowning in that shit. And
Yeah.
the poor horse was depressed.
He
And
was
you're gonna
depressed.
Just clap.
Yeah.
Dressed in
And
proper.
I thought it was very well done.
And it's another
so
part.
good,
It's
isn't it?
another part where I shed a tear, and I don't know why I always shed a tear on this part. But the part when what's the little Indian boy name?
George.
Atreyu.
Atreyu.
Yeah.
You know when the
George, what the fuck kind of fan are you? This name is
I've never
George.
seen it.
okay,
But
Atreyu.
don't watch it. Don't watch it. It sucks. Like
Okay, you know the part where Atreyu got to run between the two fences.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, when he make it, I always start crying. I don't know why.
'Cause you were stoked. for it?
Really?
That's
Yeah,
so awesome.
like
that
I
is-
don't know because he defeated his fear or what, but it was just amazing to see
Yeah.
that.
I understand what you're talking about. It's sort of like what happens when I watch Ghostbusters Afterlife
Yeah.
and the Harold Ramis thing comes up.
Oh
the
yeah.
ghost,
Yeah.
and that is the only movie that I cried at as an adult.
Yeah.
As an
Um,
adult, like the not like as a child, like reaping in like from it, but from the actual context of the film and
Yeah.
what it provides, what it preserves, what it accomplishes, and it did all of that, and it made me cry like a little fucking
Yeah.
baby. It really did.
It was powerful, dude. It was powerful.
Yeah, and I understand where the never-ending story comes from. That, and I think this is a long time coming. I hate the never-ending story. I think it's a pile of shit. I
love it, man.
despise the film for what it is and what it
love it, man.
represents. However, I
Mm.
feel like it's one of the few times where I'm like, if someone remakes it, it could be better. It
You
could
think
actually
they're gonna make the dragon look like a dog, or it's gonna actually look like a dragon? If they remake
it's gonna answer to me like a heroin addict, like it has in the last couple of films.
You know what kills me, man, is that until you said he was a dragon, I always thought he was some type of flying fish dog.
I
It's
thought he was
literally
a
called
dog.
the luck dragon. Like,
Yeah, but he like a
used to
dog,
know
though.
that.
yeah, it does look like a dog, and the dog looked like
Yeah,
he's in
scales, like
rehab
fish
or
scales.
something. Like
Right.
it's like
He freaking look like what are those dogs called? Golden retrievers. He like a freaking golden retriever, man.
Yeah, he had a look of something. Definitely, he was a messed up looking dragon. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I always, as a
in the
kid, thought
first-
he was
in
a
the first
fish
film,
dog.
yeah. In the first film, yeah, but for the second two films, they just made him
Wait a minute, there was 2 more?
dumber and dumber.
It was
Like
2 of 'em.
where he's like,
they
I don't know what's
suck.
going on.
They
Like
suck,
it comes to
Spork.
the third film,
Oh
and
man, I
that's
don't know
where
if
it's
I
a
could even
complete
try.
joke and the only redeeming quality of the third film. And in fact, the best of the trilogy, the best thing a part of this trilogy is that it gave Jack Black a chance, and thank goodness for that.
He's
He was in the
movie?
third one?
Yep, he was in the third one. He was a part of the Nasties, and he was the best part of the movie. Aside from Jack Black, there was nothing that works in that movie.
Proper.
I'll
You
take
remember
your
the
word for it, man.
You remember that wolf that was following them throughout the whole movie?
The darkness.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah. What about it?
He wasn't.
Okay, you remember the part when he finally got it was the final fight between him and Atreides, Atreyu.
Yeah.
And,
Him and
and, the, and,
Atreides.
the fight,
Yeah,
and-
him and
and-
Atreyu, yeah.
and the fight lasted literally a millisecond.
The
Yeah.
thing jumped and it was like, you
He
remember it's
jumped
like
out.
frozen?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
it
he
was
just
so
holds that
dumb.
stone.
It was so dumb. Jack Black did more
Biggles
for
is
that
like,
that one movie, which is by far the hated. Like it's like literally the Never-Ending Story 3. You can look it up.
Oh,
It's like
all right.
it's terrible in comparison to the other two movies, which look like fucking Citizen Kane and Casablanca in comparison. Because at least like Casablanca deals with like fears, and
Yeah,
Never-Ending
right.
Story 2 deals with the fears of jumping off of the fucking high dive, which if you've never experienced that in the 80s, like I can understand that. I have jumped off of a high dive and it's not that scary. Like
No,
okay.
and that little kid from It who like like I understand, but it's like what do I wish for? You have 3 wishes or whatever. I wish for a spray can. Why?
Yeah.
Why the spray can? Why not like just ending the plot like right now? Like you have an opportunity for that. What the fuck?
Proper. I got one thing I want to say about the book because I know we got to switch topics. But one thing I got to say about
do we have to?
I have
thing
no
I
clue
gotta say-
where we're going with this
this is the
anymore.
part
so
that
don't worry.
always bothered me as a child.
Yeah.
The freaking librarian. Okay, he warned the boy.
Yeah, he was the
don't-
only one in
he
the
warned
2
him.
films.
Yeah, he warned him, don't touch this book. You can have any book in here, don't touch it. When he realized the boy stole the book, he was like this.
Exactly.
Like,
It
what?
was
Yeah.
actually like-
He smiled. He's like, that's some white boy shit.
Why
Did
do
he
you have that
Jedi
book in
mind
school? Why,
That's something that only a white person would do.
why would you even have that at a library?
Because
Like,
no Urkel would be like, I would say no. Like, Laura, do you think we should? No.
yeah, no.
No.
The
No,
reason why that
no, like,
boggled my
it-
mind, this is why it boggled my mind.
Okay.
Okay. The evil smile that he did at the end, it was almost like, I got this little boy murdered. Yeah. You know?
Yep, exactly. And I have a personal disagreement with that too. Yeah,
It's like-
murdering your bullies.
like he
That's
trapped them
a
or something.
short-term solution. But it could lead you into legal consequences.
Yeah. I
not
just
from
love that.
personal experience, but yeah, and,
I just all right for Biggles, and then we'll end it here. For Biggles, the end of the movie is their world is about to fall apart, and all he has to do is name the princess. And
That's it.
He's like, they're not.
in the whole
talking to
movie he's
me."
struggling.
Yeah. Oh, he's struggling already. He's like, I have to save some of this sandwich for later. It's a long.
Yeah, like
story.
my mom's name was a beautiful name. And what is it? What is it? What is it? Take a guess what his mom's name is.
George.
Yeah. George. That would be reasonable. But her name is Moonchild.
Is that what he screams?
Yeah.
Those hippies, man, they ruin everything.
No, he
It's
doesn't.
Moonchild.
Is that what he yells at the end?
Yes. It's
Google- someone
Moonchild.
Google that shit because I have always wondered what he screamed at the end.
I always wondered that too, because it was a storm at the same time he was screaming at.
And the thing
It was supposed to be ambiguous, but I figured it out pretty quickly. It was
using subtitles.
Yep.
Hey, and if you go back and look how that little boy looked and how Atreyu and them looked, that movie really messed their lives up.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
They don't
especially
even-
Atreyu, because like he has to rely on this fucking white boy doing his fucking dirty work, like, and all he can say is Moonchild. Like, this ain't gonna
They
work.
look like
Like, I'm actually looking at this Taylor Lautner looking child. By the way, like Taylor Lautner would be Atreyu.
I'm sorry for everyone who's watched. This is the anime show, but I have to listen to this now because I still don't know what this kid yells. Hold on.
they look like big.
I have died on the inside.
Strong heads.
Moonchild.
All right, here we go. We even got this stuff underneath. Here we go. Oh shoot!
One who has the power to stop it.
Ugh.
Simply can't imagine.
Hold on.
Taylor Lautner.
Look at Biggles. Biggles, you're gonna enjoy this, man.
Here we go. This is where he cries.
Do
Biggles, you're gonna enjoy this.
Bastion. But I can't. I have to keep my feet on the ground.
This movie is real trippy if you haven't seen it before.
I hate that kid.
Bastion.
I hate Bastion. Their world is gonna crash.
Yes. All right. I'll do it. I'll save you. I will do what I dream.
Why he just screaming in the book?
Shut Listen,
Holy shit! That just changed my whole childhood.
I never realized what he said.
Fucking hippies.
Moonchild. Yeah.
I never realized he said moonchild.
You're welcome.
That just changed everything. Moonchild. It's crazy.
So since this whole fucking topic started with Fatal J saying you're going to make fun of me for this, but there's two parts that make me cry as an adult. Thanks, Fatal. I'm going to tell you the only thing that's acceptable to cry about, and it's in anime, and it is the death of Mace Hughes and his funeral in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And that is the only acceptable time to cry as a man.
Let me ask you about
And Moonchild.
and
come
Moonchild,
on.
I guess.
No.
I hate that.
No.
No.
I'm
Metal Alchemist.
So happy. I feel
You
so
ruined it, dude.
vindicated right now.
You ruined it.
I'm sorry, Fatal J.
Oh my god. I'm hurt now. I know, Fatal. It'll be all right, brother. We'll get through this.
Fatal, you
gonna
are
be
my
okay?
ninja master, but no. No.
Fatal, are you gonna be okay?
He's all right. We're gonna talk about
No,
it.
no.
afterwards.
Don't talk for the black guy. Let the black guy talk for himself.
That's what I do.
No. You don't get to talk for
That's
That's
other
why-
my
people.
brother.
No,
That is my
no.
brother.
Fatal?
That is why Sporking was on the Dark Council.
Yes.
Oh
thank
God! Can the white people shut the fuck up? Fatal, are
you.
you cool?
Well, he's cool.
I'm good.
Jesus Christ!
I'm good.
He's
man.
good, Justin. Jeez, don't you listen to him?
He says he's good. I'm good, man.
Stop
I'm
ignoring
right.
the black
Sorry.
man.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to get
You're
an
the one.
answer, and then
Yeah.
and you, the masters, would not shut the fuck up.
Wow. Wow.
Well, technically, Fatal's the master.
yes. Sure enough.
Who's the master?
When I say who's the master, you say show enough.
Who's the baddest mofo to ever walk this town? I
Show
want to
enough.
dress up like him for Halloween.
Please do. Please
I
do.
want to.
I'm
We're not going into that. 'cause
so
that's
happy
another
that
one
it
of my
went this
favorite
way.
movies.
because
It's one of-
I was so worried that you guys like would not connect the dots. I was really concerned for a moment. I'm like, please
So
have it go
let's-
this way.
I have to ask a question about Full Alchemist. There are two versions of it. So I
Uh-huh.
watched. I didn't watch Brotherhood first. I watched the other Full Alchemist first. But then there's the Brotherhood, and when I started watching it, it's the same exact thing. But
It's
Oh,
closer to the manga. It's closer to
It
the
is-
manga, other
okay.
than the first episode. But
I was going to say we're back to square one.
yeah, we're back to anime like we're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, Biggles is on point.
I keep trying
Okay,
any-
okay, good.
Anytime you fuckers go off on a tangent, I'm like, okay, how can I bring this back to anime? I'll segue it because
Yeah,
I
but
learned from Ryan to segue everything.
let's get back to the Brotherhood is not the best way to do that.
It is. It's
I'm
the
sorry,
Brotherhood.
but that's not the best phrasing.
Sorry, I only have a blue sheet.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Now talk to us.
I'll shut the fuck up if you wrap yourself in the blue.
All I got is the blue sheet.
Let me ask a question.
Yes,
I'm
please.
still
Yeah.
not done with
Be
the
quiet.
first installment of Full Metal Alchemist. Does the brother ever turn back to a human, to a little boy? The little brother.
Oh, that's a good question. He does.
He does.
Yes.
You don't want to give it away, do you?
He just did. He does.
did.
I'm meeting him. I'm meeting him tomorrow. The voice actor for.
Oh, really?
Brotherhood. Yeah. There's a con tomorrow. So Seto Kaiba and
Hold on,
Yugi
you talking
Moto's
about the
voice
brother,
actors are
though?
good.
You talking about the
Yeah.
brother?
Yeah. Alphonse Elrich.
Okay. How old is he now?
At the end of the anime.
Yeah.
No,
No, in real life.
the voice actor.
Yeah. Is it a man or a boy?
It's a man.
He
It's a
sounds like
man
a
that
little
plays
boy.
the little boy voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
The
did
voice
not know
actor's
that.
amazing. You
I
know,
didn't
he's
know that.
amazing.
That sounds like a little boy talking.
Well, Alphonse is Vic Mignogna, right?
Yes.
Or
I didn't know that.
Not Alphonse.
Edward. Yeah.
Edward is-
Edward. Yeah. Sorry.
So Nick, he was at Orlando, right? We met him at the Orlando meetup, right?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
dope.
What a nice guy, man. What a nice guy. No matter what they were trying to they were trying to Me Too his ass, and it was messed up, dude. He is one of the nicest people, and anyone else that worked with him never said anything bad about him. It was jealous people because he was such a big voice actor. And that was something I was going to touch on too, was the voice actors. I find it weird how in America, like you'll have a voice actor and midway through they'll change the voice and the person didn't pass away or nothing, but like the mom got sick. So like they'll just change a voice and it's completely different and it throws me the frig off.
So
Yeah. I have a perfect example for that.
Yeah.
The perfect example would be Elmo from
Elmo?
Sesame Street. Yeah, because the original voice is this muscular, unassuming, big ass, like can beat the fuck out of you, Terry Crews sort of guy.
It's a black guy.
Kevin Clash was this like enormous black guy, like, and then all of a sudden he's like, hi, and then
Elmo
everyone
definitely
would
had
be
a
like,
deep voice. Yeah.
he normally would have a very deep voice, but it would come out, and when he does the Elmo voice, it's like, hi, and then everyone else is like, nah, there's no way. No way.
Snap, I'm
No
looking it up. It really
possible
is a black
way.
guy.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
was a
There's,
black
like, there's no way like this like really high pitched voice can come from like this big muscular gay black guy. Like no way. You have to be gay, like to get that kind of voice. But that's just from personal experience. From my perspective, yeah, when you have that falsetto still there, you can always like achieve that, and I can always tell like where the personality of Elmo like differentiates between Kevin Clash, which is like playful and funny and supposed to be improvisational. Like if you look up Elmo Ricky Gervais, like it's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. With a celebrity and like the Muppeteer, but he's playing off of the Muppet, and that's the whole point of the Muppets, is to play off of the of the puppet versus the performer themselves, and that's when you know that they're doing their job very well. And so when I look at that, I look at like the difference between the the guy who used to do it and the guy who does it now, who is a white guy and does have that sassy attitude, but doesn't have enough of themselves in Elmo as what it was when I was a child. And you can see that. You can see that with every single Muppet character.
Well,
You can
I
see
mean,
that. You
yeah.
can see that with anybody who takes over a character that wasn't previously them.
theirs. Yeah, like Jim Henson, Kermit compared to his son's Kermit it's different. It's different.
When I was a little boy, I was jealous of Kermit because I wanted I wanted to be with Miss Piggy.
Yeah, she was.
So what?
definitely,
So you
I
could
am a
eat her
5-time
when she's dead
communicator
to
with
get
Miss
all the
Piggy.
bacon.
Thank you very much.
So
And that was
back to
before we all met.
back to
That was
back to
before
anime.
we all met. I
Back-
spoke to Frank Oz 5 times. That was
back,
great.
back to anime and changing voice actors. Mob Psycho 100 in
Yep.
season 3. The main character's voice was changed due to union troubles. He wanted to keep his union, and Funimation said "you," or Crunchyroll said "you." And when Crunchyroll bought it, and they got a new voice actor.
Well, also look at I'm gonna say
sucks.
it wrong.
Whenever those
Choose-
kind of things happen, like we think of Pokemon when Ash all of a sudden his voice changed.
Mm.
It was the same girl.
It was
It was the same girl for 20 something years.
Yeah,
Well-
and all of a sudden, it's not the same one who said Pikachu like go or Charizard go you. It was somebody else, and we all saw it. We all heard it, and you can't disguise it.
Well,
when
like
you
this-
make it,
It was the same girl for like 20 years.
and make it that terrible, and terrible as opposed to seamless. Seamless being
Well,
like
that's the thing I was just about to get to. The seamless thing is like what bothers me. So you got this show, I can't say it properly. Chuscamichi.
No, the T is silent, so you got to say it with a.
Sukamichi.
Yeah.
Sukamichi Moonlight Fantasy. You have the English voice actor Tome, who's like a dragon who she becomes a person. The voice is I believe it's Monica Ryle, and her voice is very distinctive. And then like I guess maybe I saw one place that said her mom got sick. So like episode 6, it's her in season I think 2, maybe 3, whatever season it is. And then all of a sudden, bang, the 7th episode, this person sounds complete, like everything about them. They don't have the power she had. Like it's just a generic voice all of a sudden. And it's like, okay, these character actors in Japan, like the voice actors, are held up on like a pedestal, but here they'll just throw, hey, we're just gonna change them.
So I got to meet Byron or Bryson Bragus. I think that's how you say his name. He's the voice of Belle. He's the voice of Belle in Danmachi. Is it wrong to try to pick up a girl in the dungeon? And then do you know Justin Briner, who's the voice of Deku? He was telling
just from my own personal experience, it is wrong to pick up a person in a dungeon. It's not the most ideal.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta pick up a girl in the dungeon.
Yeah.
If there's a girl, you gotta pick her up somewhere. It's a rule.
It depends.
You gotta hit her over the head with the club and take her to wherever you go.
Oh, you taking it back to the
No.
caveman days.
All right. That's the only correct comedic response. All right. If it turns out to be real, for any authorities, don't connect me with it.
Yeah.
I just I'm just supporting comedic responses, and I'm
There you go.
assuming it's
That's it.
comedic. So, with all of that said, please go on with your story of how you murdered a hooker. That's
Yeah. So
like let's go.
so I met him at a con, and
It was
I
a
was
he. Oh, it was
Yeah.
a he. Oh,
It was a he. It was a he.
It
so
was a he. Okay, all right.
so I was
So it was a gay hooker. Okay, all right.
so I was telling him
Okay.
how my friend gets him and Justin Briner's voice mixed up all the time, because they're both the higher pitched voice actors.
Wait, Justin who?
Justin Briner,
Oh, okay. I was worried.
the voice of
You
Deckard.
had some lost years there, Justin. You never know if it was Biggles.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, they get your voice mixed up all the time. And he goes, so there was a week where I had to go do something and like leave town for like a week, and I couldn't do my part. So they did a voice match. So what it's called is a voice match. So they'll have someone who sounds similar to you come in and try to match your voice for the character. And they had Justin Briner come in, who everybody says those two sound all alike. So he thought it was funny that he told me the story. And in the end, he got back in time and re-recorded all his lines. So Justin didn't do it. And then I met Justin in Orlando at MegaCon this year. And he's like, oh, yeah, I remember that story, because I was telling him that I met Bryson and that's what happened. So yeah, they do voice matches every now and then.
Even close, dude. This okay. If you don't know who she is, Monica Ryle. She does
the voice of Bulma.
Clover.
She's the voice of Bulma.
Okay,
Yeah.
She's in so many different things, man. She's been around for a while.
They usually are though. Like one person, they do multiple series.
Oh yeah. She's in Black Clover.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that the guy who does Principal Skinner is the same guy who's in This Is Spinal Tap. Like that does not resonate with a lot of people, because like there's a huge separation of
he has such a voice like that
culturally, I suppose, but it's also funny enough, it's a culture of like so many people do understand it, but they don't tell everyone because they feel like, oh, it's their own little secret, you know,
right.
like
they know,
they know, and they want it to be their own thing, and they also like see like, oh, like other people also know it, and then they're like, holy shit, other people know it, maybe I should look up whatever the fuck this is.
Right.
And you know, encourage their knowledge of what is this supposed to be.
This
right is
here,
her
this is
IMB.
all this stuff, her IMB. So she's been around forever. And she's been in Fairy Tale. She's been in Vinland Saga. She's been in My Hero Academia. She's been in so many things. She has such a distinct voice. And this is my problem, is that if you're going to do a voice match, that's fine. Her mom was sick. She went, or maybe even passed away. She just went, like, the idea that this actor who's been around for so long, who has the part and has been in this part for two seasons, you're going to change her mid-season with someone who sounds
I don't like
nothing
that.
like her. I think voice actors in America should get more credit. They are actors. We are watching the show, and like now that character is that person's voice. You know what I mean? And I feel like in Japan, they're held up like movie stars, but like here, I guess it's just not as big as it.
That's what you were trying to get with John. Yeah,
it's getting bigger though. It's getting bigger, and I think that like it takes us being like, no, you can't just replace somebody because they don't like the union, or you know what I mean? Like the person upset you because they were 10 minutes late. Like these people are the voice of a character we've come to really enjoy.
I
And I
think
think it's
before
messed
the
up.
internet, you could slide with that.
Yes.
But now since people can look up, like I've been looking up everything Papa been talking about so far.
Yeah.
We didn't have that back then, but now
Yeah.
we do. We know about voice actors, where they're at, what did they contribute to.
Yeah.
So you can't get away with that stuff no more.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. And it's just at the point where it's like, how can you do like this is a good show, the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in the world, in another world. And like, let's just say the character, you're used to his voice, and then midway through the season you change it. Like that's like, let's take, I don't know, a TV series that's popular right now in America.
Invincible.
I was just about to say that episode.
Yeah,
new
well,
episode. But like you take
young, and you replace it with somebody who's incompetent.
or
I don't know.
I don't care. It's not even incompetent. You change them with anybody else. Wesley Snipes. They just don't sound the same.
Yeah,
It's like-
one sounds Asian and one
Yes.
sounds black, and I'm like,
Right.
no, that's
So
like you don't, like you, and the character is presented as a white person, which is something that Stephen Young isn't entirely like unfamiliar with, but he's had enough experience to be
Well,
like,
in
oh,
Invincible?
I can do a Peter Parker sort of impression, which defies race apparently. And when I say apparently, I mean like I think it should defy race. It should defy, like, a superhero should be all serving and should be like one of those guys that it doesn't matter who's behind the mask as long as they're for
Doing the right
you.
thing. Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what a superhero should be. And
Yep.
Invincible shows that.
Yep.
And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so funny the guy for The Walking Dead is doing his dirty deeds to the guy who made The Walking Dead. But I'm like, The
I don't
Walking Dead.
understand that though. He's half Asian in the show.
Yeah. He's half Asian in the show, but that wasn't what I was trying to get at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The idea I was trying to get at is that this like unassuming white guy who is voiced by an Asian guy who's like coming in
Yeah.
and does a stellar job and does so great of a job that that like it does not even matter what his race is at
He
this
could have played
point.
anybody. He could have played anybody.
because as long as it sounds good,
Right.
like
I'm with
and
you
that's
on that.
and that's what I have a problem with when it comes with like when it comes to The Simpsons trying to overcorrect.
Right.
Like anyone's even watching you to begin with.
Well, like
but
now you can't voice a character that isn't your race. Like people are getting mad about that.
It's
And
also
unless it's anime, because none of them are Asian.
Oh, anime, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's where the hypocrisy like comes in. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is it that The Simpsons are subjected to this as opposed to anime, where it's like, like white people can also translate exactly what the intention of the characters are. There are writers who like translate what the intention is to American audience, yet sometimes they will do what they want with it.
Right.
We can either go with it or we can not go with it. It's just so infuriating.
with
That
you.
makes me want to walk away, much like the guy who's returning.
Well, that's why I watch anime, because anime doesn't care. Go
The
ahead.
voice of this girl is a black girl.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is
what,
a
what,
blonde.
is that, what is
Okay,
that called?
that's
What is that series called right there? That
This
toy
is how a
toy
realist. Oh, it's Good Smile. They're Neato droids. They're like a way better version of Funko, and they came
Hell
first.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
are.
I hate Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate them too.
Why are you
Good.
I'll
talking
send you a
about
link.
Good
There's a
smile.
Sporking News Funko Pop right here, people.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
dope. Somebody made that for you?
Yeah, my kids.
Oh,
Burn
man,
it.
your kids are awesome, man.
Yeah, man. But like, I would agree that Funko Pops. Funko Pops. I have like 100 of them because a friend gave them to me. I think I'm just gonna start doing giveaways because I can't stand them except for
Well,
this
the
one.
reason why I say now the custom that's your child, so
Yeah,
of
that's
course
different.
that's a treasure. But
Yeah.
I just don't get why people are so crazy about them. They got that same face.
Yeah,
What is
Yeah.
the big deal?
yeah,
Like people
I'm
got
with
their
you.
whole room Funko Pop.
Dude,
They got the
everywhere.
same face.
I
Man.
literally have like 100 in a
tricked you.
closet. 'Cause
Sport, they tricked us.
they
And-
tricked everybody.
yeah,
They made you
tricked
think they were
They tricked
collectible.
you, Scott.
No, not me. I got them for free. They tricked my boy because he was like, dude, I thought these were collectibles. He collected. I mean, I have ones. Look, he gave me all
Look.
these.
I can understand you collect Ninja Turtles, you collect Transformers. They Funko Pops have the same face as the other one. They just
The only-
changed the clothes.
Oh my gosh.
The only reason I have these two out here is because they're in this. He's in they're holiday ones. So that he's Thanos in a Christmas sweater, and Rocket is on like I think it's like a 4th of July one. He's like on a jet ski or something. Other than
Look,
that, I don't understand why we
shooting
have
down.
them.
I'm
Oh
not
no,
shooting
I am.
down.
They suck.
I'm not shooting down anybody love for Funko Pops.
No, not
But
their
they
love.
have the
I am.
same face.
I'll do it. Anyone who
I'll
loves
do it.
Funko parts, I think you guys are weird.
Parts.
And
said
anyone
Funko
who's
fart.
yes, Funko farts. Anyone who thinks Funko farts or pops or whatever the fuck you want to call them are better than these are fucking crazy. Thank you.
Oh, Biggles, thanks for sending that though. The
Yeah, no problem.
good smile because those are cool.
I spend way too much money here.
Anyway, 7 people say no remake to Neverending Story. And I got to wrap it up because I have to be at work tomorrow early. Dude, this was fun. I don't care if we got to the anime that Biggles and I wanted to. I had a goddamn ball.
What was the anime?
I don't know.
The wrong way of using healing magic.
Yeah,
Never
the wrong
seen
way.
it. I
Dude,
want
it's
to ask
great.
people this though. Have y'all seen Bastard on Netflix? Because I love it.
I
The
watched a
Netflix-
little bit of
yeah,
it.
you
I
made me
watched a
watch
little
it.
bit of
And you didn't like it?
No, it was pretty cool. It was like
Yeah,
I love
he's
that
like-
anime, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah.
bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just there's so many out there. Like I've been watching on Netflix the one where they're cooking food in a dungeon.
Oh,
You know, like-
that's that slice of life type of anime though.
Yeah, it's funny as shit though.
I like the epic sagas like your
Yeah.
Attack on Titans, your
Yep.
Dragon Balls,
Yep.
you know. Now
There's-
don't get me wrong, the slice of life stuff is pretty good too, but
Well,
I'm more into
I
the
like
saga.
Isekai. Isekai is like
Okay.
a guy gets
Isekai.
transferred to Isekai. I say it wrong every time. Like this one right now that we're watching, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, is a good one. There's another one that's not dubbed yet. The Unwanted Undead. Oh shit, what is it called? The
Y'all want to hear a hot take? While
Yeah,
you
it's
try
a
to
hot
figure it
take.
out, this is the hot take. and
Unwanted Undead Adventurer.
This is a hot take.
Hi,
and
Justin.
Y'all gonna get mad at me. Bye, Justin. Y'all gonna get mad at me for saying it, especially Biggles. I don't like One Punch. I don't like One Punch, the live action movie.
Oh man,
I
One
don't
Punch
like
is
nothing
you
fun.
like
need
that
One
stuff.
Piece. One Piece.
One
I mean, yeah.
Piece.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
not One
I
Punch
agree.
Man. I love
agree.
One Punch Man.
Yeah, me
But
too,
One-
man. I was about to get upset.
I love
but
One Punch
Piece-
Man. But One Piece, what is the big deal? I hate One Piece.
Yeah, no, gum punch.
I know that's stupid.
I can't deal with it, man.
And
I
Yellow
felt bad that,
Yellow Flash shining his best. Yellow Flash, I'm not going to watch it.
dude.
Stop.
I watched like close to 30 episodes just to give it a chance. Like before I
I bet
even
you
knew.
still didn't like it, did you?
I just didn't like it.
I
I thought
got
you
a
left
friend-
us in anger.
I got a friend. He gave me a wedding gift for One Piece. He
Yeah.
gave me a wedding gift, like a good 50 episodes, because he worked for the anime company.
Yeah.
I've never watched them. They're collecting dust right as we speak, and I
Yeah,
will
you-
never watch them.
Okay,
Ever.
you want to watch a good one? Watch this one, Solo Leveling.
Oh, I
It
know
is-
about Solo Leveling.
it's
I used to
good.
read. I used to read the webtoons before it blew up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's badass.
I
man.
love
that first
Solo Leveling.
episode. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, Solo Leveling is the next big anime that's going
Yeah.
to get huge.
Oh, dude,
So
it's
I-
great.
Yeah, so I advise everybody if you get on Solo Leveling now, so you can
Yep.
have bragging rights and say, "Hey, I've always watched that show."
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Fatal
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you consider it an anime even if it's from Korea?
I do.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've dealt with Korean artists. Those guys almost better than Japan anime, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. So, do I consider it anime? Yes, I do. All anime
There you go,
is
Sporking.
all
Yeah,
all
I
anime
like that.
is just animation.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it
Yeah.
really is. You know,
No, I'm with you on
I
that,
consider
man.
I consider like myself. I consider Ninja Blast a manga. It's an American manga, but it's
Yeah.
a manga. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it
yeah,
is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. All right, hold on. Justin's back again. You all right,
Hey,
Justin? He
yeah.
kept disappearing on us. Yeah, so guys,
Sorry
right
about
now,
that.
well, for next week, I want everybody to, if you're watching solo leveling, or the wrong way to use healing magic, we'll talk about those two, and maybe just some random ones because my boy Biggles has a lot, and he's teaching me, so I'll definitely do that. But
yeah. Biggles, no.
Biggles
So-
knows his stuff.
I'm waiting for Solo Leveling to finish the dub because Chris is in the dub. He's one of the characters in the dub. And if Chris is in it, I'm watching dub. I'm not watching sub.
Well, the dub is up to like episode 6 or 7 now, I think.
I want to wait till it's done.
You want to do the whole thing. What I've been
Yeah,
doing
because
lately is
otherwise I'll
watching-
start watching the sub because
Well,
that's what I
I
did for
watched-
healing magic.
I know it's so good though. I watch the sub now if the dub doesn't come like within real quick, and then I'll go back and watch the whole thing dubbed.
Dub is amazing because they
I
put
love
more
dub.
passion. The
Yeah.
Japanese put
Yeah.
more passion into it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that dude. The thing though is so funny when you got like a one character, like the main character in Japanese is like "Hore, sora," you know, like he's talking like that, and then in the American he's like, "So what I said was," and you're like, "What the fuck?"
That's
just
what they
happened there?"
do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
man.
capture the same emotion.
Not at all. And
Yeah.
sometimes even the dubbed version isn't the same exact like translation. And sometimes
Yeah.
they go off a little too far. And I guess there's some issue with that recently. We might talk about that next week. I'll bring that up. There's an article.
Because I used to be the type of person I used to hate dub because I used to hate reading while I was watching stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But,
Me
but
too.
I
sub.
got so in sub. I mean, but during the pandemic,
Yep.
I was getting so into Attack on Titans
Not so
that
good.
I wanted to watch future episodes, so I got into the sub.
Yeah,
and
you
then
had
I
to.
went back and try to I could take a break and watch the dub. This dub sucks compared to the subs.
Yep. Yeah,
It
no, I'm
sucks.
with you, dude. The
Yeah.
dub, the subs, like I couldn't. How long did it take for the dubs? I mean, it took forever. You want to watch
Yeah,
a
it
good
takes
sub
forever.
one?
Yeah.
Kingdom is what, season 5 now?
Yeah.
And it takes a while for Kingdom to dub it, but it's freaking worth it, man. It's a little slow the first season or two, but man, that show is about like how China really became China. Like the
Wait a
emperor-
second. You've watched Kingdom?
Oh, I love Kingdom, dude. I'm
What-
It's
Watching
fucking
Kingdom.
amazing. Fatal. I'm just talking about it in the private chat.
Okay,
You gotta
tell
watch.
me what Kingdom
it's
is about.
it's.
Kingdom-
He was
it's
just telling you.
Yeah, it's about
I'm thinking about
I'll
too
give
much
it to
stuff
you.
right now.
So season 1 is about a young prince and and just this average like kind of indentured servant kid meet each other because the indentured servant kid's best friend, like they were going to grow up to be the greatest generals, like that was their dream. The emperor, they took him and he was supposed to have this great life. Well, he was a double and ends up dying. So this
is
kid
this
wants to
is this kind of like Vinland Saga?
well,
Y'all ever watch Vinland Saga?
yo, I love
It's-
it. I love it. It has that same like
He got that same vibe.
it has the same vibe, but it's more action than Vinland. Like Vinland, you'll have like 3 episodes. It's like, I want to pull the tree stumps out of the farm. You know, like, okay, let's go. No,
Yeah.
Kingdom has more action, but it's really about like this prince who had a terrible upbringing is trying to become emperor, and his like peasant friend who's working his way through the army to be a great general. And it's just how they make, how do you pronounce it? Quinn is their
Kin.
country?
Kin.
They,
Uh,
how they take over
What streaming
China.
service can I watch this on?
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. It was also on Funimation, and
all right, based on
That's
how
it.
you guys described it, I will never watch this shit.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
I'm gonna watch it. Bro.
it's also
it just took forever to like.
It did.
it's also a political powerhouse, like story, like politics.
House. So
Yeah,
obviously I'm not gonna watch that.
Probably not.
No,
Let me ask you a question real quick.
But
It has a gay
political
Elmo. It has a gay
in terms
Elmo.
of, like its own universe. Like it's totally fine. Like
It's kind of based on a true historical, but a little.
okay, never mind. You just
Yeah.
brought me back.
Hey, is you guys
We're trying to
watching
get
Ninja
on
Kamu?
Biggles' side, but then you just fucked it up, Sporking. Thank you.
It's kind of like a fantasy. I don't know.
Who's
Just-
watching Ninja Kamu?
I haven't.
Nobody. That means
Yeah.
nobody.
do I need to watch it? What's it on?
It's on Cartoon Network, Tsunami. I mean, I only seen the first episode. It's gory though. It'll make you feel sad.
Is it the one where the family they have the masks?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching that on. I didn't know that was.
What you think? Because I have the only thing I watched was the first. As you
I
know,
watched-
I'm big into
Yeah.
ninja stuff. So how is it
freaking
so far?
awesome.
It's awesome.
It's
Okay.
awesome.
Okay.
I've watched I think 2 or 3 episodes on or on Max.
What is
and
this
it's
called
good.
again?
Ninja Kamu. It's on Adult Swim and
Yeah,
HBO
or you
Max.
can
Ninja
watch it on
Kabu.
Max.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
it's good, dude.
I want to
I'm
recommend
looking it up
this.
right now.
I want to recommend this. This is not anime, but it's live action. And y'all know I'm big into ninja stuff. But y'all need to watch on Netflix House of Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's
I'm
incredible.
a ninja guy too. If ninja,
I mean, all the stuff that you see in anime, they're doing
Yeah.
on this live action show.
I was wondering, is that based on an anime?
I don't
House of
think
Ninja?
so.
Because
I don't
it
think so.
seems like it has that feel, but it's good.
It's good, man. It's
Yeah,
good.
it
It's
is. I
good.
like that
It's good.
family.
Yeah,
That family's good.
I want to study under that family, man. Even the
Yeah.
grandma got tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. But Stig even said Vinland Saga got Norse lore wrong. One of the women even has a male name.
Well,
I
I
liked
only
it,
seen the
but it's
first season
slow.
of Vinland Saga. The second series, watched about 2 or 3 episodes, and it was boring.
Dude, they're on that farm and it's so fucking boring.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it then.
Like, no, I'm just hoping there's a next season where, because like,
Hold on, you
all
mean
right,
they
I'll
on that farm the whole time?
dude, and like he's all about not being violent anymore.
But the first season was incredible with the action and the fighting.
He is no longer violent.
I'm
It's-
never
I-
watching
It
Vinland
was
Saga
just
again.
so tough to watch, man. It
I
was so
thought
tough.
as you did until I saw it, Fatal J.
Yeah. It was good. Don't get me wrong. Like the message is great, and like I enjoyed the season, but it's really a slow season, man.
What was the uncle? I mean, the guy that kind of kidnapped him.
Uncle
Oh,
Owen?
When he killed the remember when he killed the king?
No,
Remember
the guy who takes him is
he take him in.
not Viking. God, he's a famous.
But anyways,
Viking.
that final episode was that was like one of the top moments in anime. And then
Oh,
they
the
just
Welsh
dropped
guy you're talking about? the guy
remember
who,
the guy? Remember
yes.
the little boy in Vinland Saga, the main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah,
He went with the guy that killed his father.
Yes.
And then he ended up liking the guy that killed his
Yes,
father.
and he was pissed that he didn't kill him, but he really didn't want him dead.
He didn't really want him dead, and he
Yeah.
killed the king.
Yeah.
It was so epic, and then they
It
just
was.
dropped the ball.
Yeah, season 2, like it's a lot of build up to that king and him meeting again. I'm telling you, if there's a season 3, then there's definitely a reason to watch season 2, because season 3 is panning to be something epic.
Basically, what you told me though, season 2 sucks.
It doesn't suck. It's just slow.
Did
Yeah,
it suck?
season is the slave arc. Okay,
If,
so
it-
really,
if season 2 is slow, that means season 2 sucks.
I won't say it sucks because there's some parts where it's really good. It's just, it is very. He talks so goddamn slow too. Like all of a sudden
Nah,
he's like
man.
kind of special. I don't know.
No,
Anyways.
man, I'm not. I just skipped to season 3. I'm just gonna skip to season 3.
Kind of what I did with Picard. I watched season 1. I was like, this is terrible. And then
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give
what I
season
did
3 a
too.
chance.
I skipped it all the way to 3 because 3 was amazing.
3 was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Biggles, because you're the king of anime right now, what is your final words?
Watch Kingdom. Last week's
Yeah,
episode was so fucking good.
Good.
I stood up. I was pacing back and forth like I was watching a Mets game. And I was like, come on, Shin. Come on, Shin. And I was all in. I was full send.
He is so strong. He is so bad that I can't wait
That's
for
it.
Fatal to meet the general. I forget the general's name, the one that goes
Wang Yi.
Wang Yi. Dude, he's gonna
How
love
many
him.
seasons?
5. They're on 5 right now.
Oh, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. Guys,
Okay.
thank you everybody. Justin, thank you, Fatal. Biggles, I love you guys. Check out Fatal's channel, Justin and the Biggles. Biggles is blowing up. And
Yeah, man. Almost 30K views in less than a month. 50 new subs.
Yep.
So you're
That's pretty-
saying this Mr. Biggles guy is good?
I think
Yeah,
he
I
is.
make good stuff, man.
I think he is.
All right, I admire your confidence, but
yeah.
we'll see.
We're,
Yeah,
I think
let's give this guy a watch at the very least.
at the very least.
What's
At
up,
the very
Subhuman?
least. Subhuman, my
Fuck
man
yeah.
driving around out there.
Sporking,
Alright.
if you think this guy's good, then I'm gonna give him a shot.
I think
Alright.
you should. I think you should.
Here
Is
is
it-
one of the replies from my comment sections. Ready?
Oh, let's hear it.
I really admire your videos. I like this and appreciate the content. And then a reply to that. That's another thing I really like about your videos. You clearly put your heart into the content. I care more about hearing about Melisandre, who is going to be my next video topic, just because of how you mentioned it. There you go. Look at that.
Sparking fact.
My people like me.
All
Yeah, I
right.
love you, man.
So smart people like your content. Okay,
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right, everybody, we're out.
that's great.
We are out. We are out. This guy, Justin, haven't seen you in forever. Thank you for being here, dude. That was a lot of fun. A lot of
Yeah.
fun. We will see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh